quarter scale four-wheelers, scratch built by RC Wizard. On the left is a Suzuki Quadracer based on a 1985 model, and then a Honda 1989 Fourtrax 250R. Let's take a closer look. Here's a closer look at the Suzuki. Front tires are aircraft wheels and tires. Rear tires are Kyosho from a big brute, as I recall. Chain and sprocket is from a copier that a company I worked for gave to me. Body is kind of rough. It's a solid piece of foam carved out and then coated with that Plasti-Dip coating for tools, handles, and whatnot. But it kind of looks like a four-wheeler body. You can see them underneath. Battery is strapped onto the back here. I don't have it hooked up now. It's been sitting on the shelf for a long time. Shocks are scratch built. The A-arms and the main chassis is all 3/4 inch, 3/8 inch solid aluminum rod. And the main chassis is one piece wrapped around. Starts here, goes down, up and around, rear bumper loops around, and then back on the other side. The gearing was pretty basic. Everything parallel to the axle. Rear swing arm is a solid chunk of aluminum. So I had the Quadracer for about 5 years, and then traded it in on a Honda, and of course I had to make another scale model of it. This is electric. The motor is inside that finned cylinder, so it aids in cooling and makes it look a little more realistic. So the engine is perpendicular to the drive, so it makes it look more real. Again, chain and sprockets from the copier parts. Front wheels are tuna fish cans. See if you can see the seam. Yeah, there's the seam. And then 1/4 inch aluminum disc machined on the inside to fit on the aluminum hub. Kyosho shocks, didn't scratch build those. Body is vacuum formed. It's styrene plastic, just the right color for this model. JPS wheels. And I tried to replicate the suspension geometry as much as possible. A-arms are Lumi welded. So now with the body off, Velcro holds the body. I can put a 6-cell stick pack in the back here, which now that I've got lipos for all my other vehicles, I don't have a good 6-cell pack to use. So there's another lipo, 7.4 volts, and it does pretty good, but I want to get a bigger pack. Looking at the chassis, what I did with the full-size one was to take pictures of the side of the bike, just like this, and then blew them up to the scale that I needed to make a template. So here's even the piece I cut off. So that's of the frame itself, blown up and then traced. All the other parts cut out, so I get just the template for the side. Had to make 4 of them before I got 2 good ones. One of the challenges in making the Honda was coming up with a body. I didn't want to carve up a piece of foam like I did for the Suzuki. It just looks... So I got out my carving tools and got a piece of bass wood and carved up flowers and sanding. There's holes drilled at various parts to help the air pull the plastic in tight. If you look underneath, you can see how it's all channeled towards the center where the vacuum does the sucking. And that's the protective film for the mold. Thanks for watching.